Gemini, welcome back to the channel. If you are just now joining, thank you so much for being here and popping in. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February 5th through February 12th. Sorry for the delay on these readings. I have been running into a lot of technical issues as well as schedule issues, so bear with me here. So since we are kind of on the last of the week here, we're going to go ahead and kind of read more so for the weekend, but friendly reminder, take what resonates, leave behind what does not, check your other placements. If something still does not resonate, go ahead and leave it behind because the message is not for you at this time. We are using the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck again because I love the messages that it gives. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. All right, Gemini, let's see what you got here. Queen of Strength in your current situation. King of Charisma in the reverse position for your challenge cards. That's opportunities or obstacles. We have the Queen of Wisdom in the reverse position for our current foundation or something we should be focusing on. We have the High Priestess in the reverse position for our past. We have the Three of Strength in the reverse position for possibilities involved or what we might be hoping for. We have the Tower in the near future. We have the Fool as you and the energy are bringing to this reading. Those are both in the upright, sorry. Three of Intelligence in the reverse position for your external or environmental influence. That could also be your subconscious. We have the Ace of Charisma in the upright position. That is hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. That is your advice card. And we have the Hermit, Virgo energy in the reverse position. So let's get the ball rolling. Okay. Gemini, first card, overall energy of the reading. So the Hierophant, using spiritual understanding and wisdom to perceive the world. Okay. That is a Taurus energy. Spiritual beliefs, doctrine, tradition, education, and conformity. So often seen as the male counterpart to the High Priestess, which you also received. The Hierophant leans less toward personal intuition and more toward the wisdom, tradition, and knowledge of trusted authority figures. He asks you to listen to institutional knowledge and represents the tried and true way of doing things. If you're looking for advice or understanding, this card may be pointing you to a mentor who can guide you through a challenging situation, one who can help you explore spiritual enlightenment, whatever that looks like to you. For your current situation for this week, we have the Queen of Strength. This is spreading the love and letting your light shine, having courage to take it to the next level. So that is pretty good energy to be in there. King of Charisma in the reverse position. This is our challenge card. That's opportunities or obstacles. The King of Charisma. Reaping the fruits of your endeavors, enjoying abundance while not getting lost in acquiring. So struggling with balancing, right? Absolutely enjoy your abundance, enjoy your successes, be very happy and grateful for them, and reap the fruits of your endeavors, your hard work, your hard-earned rewards. But do not get lost in acquiring it. Don't get lost in wanting more and more and more and more and more. Don't become complacent or greedy. We got the Queen of Wisdom for current foundation of the question or situation or what you should be focusing on. The Queen of Wisdom, she is in the reverse position. So struggling with going into the depth of compassion and quieting the critical mind to create emotional stability. So try to focus on being more compassionate, quieting your critical mind, your inner critic, your self-doubt, your self-limiting beliefs, and of course, create an emotional stability. Don't fly off the handle. Make sure your needs are being met. Setting your intention, standing with your integrity, not risking your beliefs or, you know, things like that. But make sure you're stable. You know, you're not diving too deep to one side or the other. The High Priestess is your past card. This is in the reverse position, but the High Priestess speaks on accessing your intuition and tuning into the source of feminine power. So you might be more of a logical person, less than emotional. You might be more logical versus compassionate. You might be tuning out intuition, feeling a little too losing your belief, losing your spirituality almost, okay? So you block out your intuition, you kind of ignore that natural instinct. It's secrecy, blocked or neglected intuition, spiritual denial. Okay, so this is your past. So when reversed, this card says that you may be ignoring your intuition or that you may be keeping knowledge to yourself. Nurture your intuition and trust in yourself. Don't deny your spirituality, however it manifests for you. And be wary of secrecy when transparency is best. So perhaps there's been a lot of secrets in your past. You've been hiding a little bit. You hide how you feel. You hide your true intentions. You ignore your intuition. You're blocking your power. So obviously we're coming out of this a little bit, but there is a couple of hiccups here. But something here has kind of created that. Let's go ahead and pull. I'll use my typo deck for you as well. I just used it for Taurus reading. Please clarify the High Priestess in the reverse for us. Thank you so much. We have the 5 of Cups, so 3 cups knocked over, 2 cups still standing behind us that we're not really seeing, and the Hanged Man, which is about getting a different perspective. So let's check out that 5 of Cups here real quick. So this is your past. Mourning, pessimism, grief, and regret. So signals a period of sorrow and loss that blinds you to everything, even the potential growth and fulfillment that await you. Extreme disappointment has gripped you so much so that you're unable to see a better future ahead, so that there are still things worth smiling about. Or that there are still things worth smiling about. Sometimes it's tough to dig yourself out of a funk, especially when it doesn't feel like there's an end in sight. But the 5 of Cups is trying to tell you that you can do it. While grief and mourning are perfectly natural things to experience, the 5 of Cups warns against wallowing in regret. Whether you've been dumped, laid off, or betrayed by a friend, the 5 of Cups is here to remind you that after a period of sadness, you must prepare to move forward, because you have that 2 of Cups behind you that you have turned your back towards because you're so obsessed with the 3 cups that have spilled. The Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. Why does this always happen? Number 12, the Hanged Man. New perspectives, letting go, pausing, and trust. So the Hanged Man is paused, letting what he knows go in order to embrace his new reality. This is exactly what this card suggests you to do too. Trust and embrace your new reality. The Hanged Man is all about putting things on hold to look at the world from a new point of view. Sometimes these pauses are taken to allow time to reevaluate a situation. Other times, however, the universe forces these pauses, stopping you so it can pull the proverbial rug out from underneath you. Learn to trust in the universe when this happens. Things will look different after you fall. Pay attention to this new perspective and surrender to it. So perhaps that is something that you are still learning to do. You're still trying to see this new perspective. You're struggling to let go of things. Let's check out that 3 of Strength here. 3 of Strength in the possibilities involved, or what you might be hoping for. The 3 of Strength. The 3 of Strength is all about expanding your circle of influence and communicating your ideas, making progress. It's in the reverse position, so it's definitely possibilities involved here. So you're just kind of struggling to expand that circle, and you're struggling to communicate your wonderful ideas. You might have some successes here and there, but you're afraid of rejection, or you just automatically think that you will be rejected. That, or you might feel almost stagnant in a sense that like there is no progress being made, no movement forward. We do have in the near future a Tower moment coming. Let me just see her. Yeah, okay. So in the near future, there's a Tower moment. So the Tower, the collapse of beliefs or material structures that we hold dear. It is the non-resistance where you can find peace and wisdom. Tower movements are all about upheaval, change. It's card number 16. Destruction, chaos, upheaval, and consequences. Get ready for a shakeup because the Tower is alerting you about a storm on the horizon. Some drastic changes coming and it won't be pretty. Death, bankruptcy, job loss, a breakup, injury, and the like follow this card. And there's nothing you can do about it except embrace the chaos. Let the world you know crash and burn so that you can rebuild a newer, more stable one. This sudden change is hard, painful, and all-consuming, but as with any form of destruction, rebirth will follow. Let's go ahead and pull on the Tower. Please clarify the Tower for Gemini. Clarify the Tower for Gemini, please and thank you. Clarify. Queen of Wands. Ooh, interesting. The World in the reverse position and the Three of Wands. So you do have this Tower moment, but it doesn't seem all bad. And as always, I can't find the one. Queen of Wands is all about courage, confidence, determination, outgoing personality, charisma, and vision. So it's creative, charismatic, and always on the move. When you see her in a reading, it may be encouragement toward bold action, or it may indicate that you're doing many things at once. After all, the Queen is a real social butterfly. She uses her charisma to develop passionate entrepreneurial networks of support. So the Queen of Wands here is kind of another reminder to start to expand that circle, right? Because she is the social butterfly. The Queen knows who she is, so she may be inviting you to embrace your whole self as well, which very well could be a part of that Tower moment, is you're going to have to kind of come into yourself, introspect and retrospect, reflect, meditate, work on yourself and your dark sides and things like that, because you might not love yourself, you might not believe in yourself, you might attract a lot of negative in your life, and you might have a lot of toxic things that you need to work on. You have the World card as well. Card number 21 is in the reverse position. Unrealized closure, shortcuts, and stalling. So the card reverse indicates that you might lack closure due to an inability to let the past go. Alternatively, you might be taking shortcuts toward the completion of your grand journey, robbing you of the life lessons needed to make the travel worthwhile. Overcoming difficulties is what creates a true sense of achievement. It's also possible that you're reluctant to move on to the next phase of your life, and the appearance of this card assures you that you are ready, so take the plunge. So perhaps you have a decision that you want to make or need to make, but you're so caught up in the what ifs and possibly guilt, things like that, and it just kind of holds you back. But you have to make the right decision. Like, you know you're ready, your intuition knows you're ready, but you kind of ignore all of those signs. The Three of Wands is all about action, productivity, strategy, and unfolding. So everything's gone right so far, and you're finally able to set things in motion. Your projects are no longer just ideas, but you're actually becoming reality. All that good energy you've put into the world is coming back to you. Building on the collaboration and partnership of the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands keeps your network moving in support of your vision as it comes to fruition. Okay. So, definitely have a sad moment here, a tough moment, but it is going to bring very good things. Next up, you have that Fool card. That is you and the energy you bring to this reading. The Fool is, just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone's energies here. Still trying to memorize everything. I love you guys' patience. I really appreciate it. Got distracted. The Fool is following your heart with innocence and wonder. Okay. So, new beginnings, spontaneity, innocence, or naivety, adventure. The Fool is starting on a new adventure on the path toward enlightenment. Taking a leap of faith, they set out on their journey with heartfelt abandon. The Fool may not know where they're going or what awaits them on their path, but that doesn't stop them from fearlessly leaping into the unknown with enthusiastic idealism. Absolutely. We have the Three of Intelligence. The Three of Intelligence is your external or environmental influence. That's also something Could be your subconscious. This is speaking on finding a way to heal and learn from anxiety and emotional pain. So there's definitely, your subconscious is telling you that you are struggling with this. You're burying things, you're hiding things. You're not actually processing any of your trauma, or you haven't. And they're just going to keep repeating, and they're going to keep popping up because you have to face these things. They don't just go away. And a lot of the time they can actually become worse. So definitely focus on that. Ace of Charisma, Gemini, is your hopes, fears, reminders, warnings, and hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. Sorry, it just didn't seem right. The advice card. So a new opportunity in a time of manifestation and abundance. So definitely a hope, right? Hope, dream. It also is telling you, advising you to take that opportunity. The time is now. Manifest what you want. Manifest what you desire. Think abundance. Think love. Think gratitude. You have that Hermit in the reverse position for your outcome. That is Virgo energy. The Hermit is all about retrospection, introspecting, reflecting, isolation, being a light unto yourself and finding your own way through the dark. Okay. But we're in the reverse position. We'll go ahead and pull on that as well here in a minute. Card number 9. Isolation and loneliness. So you've gone a little too far into that side of things. The Wind Reverse, this card tells you that you're either going too far or not far enough in your introspection and solitude. If you've already spent a good deal of time thinking on your own, your self-obsession could be setting you up for some major loneliness. While inner development is admirable, maintaining and fostering connections can also be sources of growth and joy. Don't shut them out completely. Lastly, be sure not to ignore the wisdom, inner guidance, and spirituality being shared with you. You do have a lot of spirituality cards, so I definitely think that's very important for you, to you. Please clarify the Hermit for us. Clarify the Hermit. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got. We have the Three of Swords, so healing, moving on, being stuck, the Emperor in the reverse position, and also the Nine of Wands, which, if I remember correctly, is all about kind of being on the defense. Three of Swords, as said, that one I actually kind of do have memorized. Of course I do, right? Three of Swords, moving on, being stuck and healing. So when reverse, the Three of Swords hints that your period of heartbreak may be coming to an end if you let it. That doesn't mean the pain isn't there. It might just have lessened or shifted. Don't let overthinking or suppression of the situation prevent growth and healing. Grief has a way of dragging you down and making sure you do not settle, but try not to let that happen. Remember that after every fire, new life blooms, okay? So you are moving out of this, you're healing, but sometimes it kind of tries to cling on. So just be a little wary of that. You got the Emperor, which is Aries energy. It's in the reverse position. That's domineeringness, rigidity, control freak, and a closed-mindedness. So you're healing or you're stuck in this period of grief still, while you're also isolating yourself and you're starting to become kind of lonely. Because of this loneliness here, and possibly this betrayal, this heartbreak, this sadness, you're becoming kind of closed-minded or domineering, overly powerful, like overly controlling. This card warns you that you're either going too far with these values or not going far enough. Is power being abused? Are you becoming domineering or overbearing? Perhaps the Emperor is calling you to instead stand up to a flawed authority figure. This card reverse can also signify the need to nurture your self-discipline and to stop avoiding your power. Recommit yourself, lay down groundwork, and achieve your goals. So that absolutely could be that as well, because again, you do have a lot of spirituality here and ignoring intuition, blocked power, blocked creativity. So be a little wary of that. And then we have that Nine of Wands there. Protection, defensiveness, vigilance, past struggles, and boundaries. okay? Indicates that you might be preparing to defend your power and accomplishments and protect your vulnerabilities, even if there isn't a direct threat on the horizon. Perhaps you've had to overcome quite a bit recently, so you're on edge and prepared for the worst. Either way, your walls are up and your knives are out. The question is that really necessary? Most likely no. Pause and think about whether your defensiveness is warranted. On the way to accomplishing your goals, you might be stressing yourself out over nothing because you're assuming things will go wrong. Ask yourself if defensiveness is what you needed instead of communication and vulnerability. Let down your guard and stand tall. So that absolutely could also be, this Hermit is being affected by the Tower, right? So you are feeling a little bit on edge, you're a little bit defensive, you're a little bit like, hey, this is going to happen again. We don't want that energy though. You're healing and you don't want to be hurt again. So that's, you know, quite possible. I'm going to pull one more time for you before grabbing you an oracle just to see if there's any other messages for you. Any other messages for Gemini, what they need to know, what's coming for them. Thank you so much. Wow, awesome. Thank you. We have the Ten of Cups, so contentment, fulfillment. We have the Empress coming in, and we have the Page of Wands. Awesome. So there might be a love offering coming for you as well through this kind of painful time, or perhaps that's what kind of throws it into the Tower moment. And you have this wonderful Fool energy, right? So the Ten of Cups is togetherness, love, connection, strong bonds, harmony, and support. Represents your thriving family, happy family. It knows the complete joy and peace you're experiencing, particularly within your relationships. You're surrounded by loved ones with whom you share a deep bond, and whether they're related by blood or chosen, they're your family. All of you are at a time in your lives when you truly appreciate and support one another, and these connections will only grow stronger. Whether this card shows up in a romantic reading, a personal reading, or a career-focused one, it usually indicates the same thing. You found the thing that makes your soul sing, that completes you, your home. Okay, and then we have the Empress energy here. Interesting that you had the Emperor in the reverse, and now you have the Empress in the upright. Two different decks. Femininity, nurture, creativity, abundance, beauty, and motherhood. So it represents creativity, motherhood, and femininity. She indicates that there can be an abundant growth, whether it be personal, professional, or interpersonal. She cares for herself and those around her, nurturing them with patient affection and love. Pulling the Empress is a sign to luxuriate in the beauty you see around you. Be inspired and create. Absolutely. And then we have the Page of Wands. Inspiration, limitless potential, ambition, and enthusiasm. The Page of Wands is excitable and curious about the world. They're passionate and their exuberance overflows in the form of creativity and big plans. They're also inexperienced, however, so sometimes their grand ideas fail to become reality. When you see the Page of Wands in a reading, it may mean that you're brimming with creative energy but need to sit down and plan out your next steps. Alternatively, the page can be an invitation to take a risk, try something new, or put yourself out there. Okay, they're also messengers, so I just want to point that out because it didn't really say anything about it. Pages are usually messengers. They bring news. So they bring with them opportunities, whether that is the love opportunity, perhaps it is an Empress coming in for you, bringing in this message, and then we have the Ten of Cups. They did come out like this, so it's like Ten of Cups with an Empress, and news coming from the situation. So let's go ahead and pull you an oracle card for this week. All right, Gemini, do the work, be ready for your Tower. White Stag, protector, you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You're meant to create blessings with your magic. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Absolutely. So definitely focus on yourself. Do a little soul seeking, some meditation. Kind of try to listen to your guides, to your spirit, to Creator, to God. Take your roots back a little bit, I would say, because you have a lot dealing with the spirituality. You might be feeling a little lost right now. So a little bit on a push and pull, a struggle. So I would definitely come into your power. Start working on manifesting. Start showing a little more gratitude for the things that you have, only because then you're going to attract even more into your life, and you have wonderful offerings coming in. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being with me tonight. If you enjoyed, or if it resonated with you, please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.